Hi, you mob. Um, Tonight I want to do another video about child sexual abuse, and I just wondered, do any of you ever think about the substance abuse, about crime, alcohol abuse, the violence, elder abuse, suicide, self-harm, and the list goes on. There's so many other things that have come about as a result of childhood abuse. And it's childhood abuse that's not been spoken about, not been heard, and not been dealt with. The person's not sought or got any help. As a child, they were just expected to live with it. Quite often were shut down by adults because there were family members involved or someone known to the family. And children have had to live with stuff. You know, I can recall through life different young girls under 16, way under 16, who had children, had babies, had their first baby to fathers and stepfathers or uncles. And it's still abuse. It's abuse that has been left to run rampant. It's been left secret and under the carpet. And we have this mess that we have. And still, no one's prepared to talk about it. I've done a number of posts over the last few days, and I post quite often about a whole lot of things. Child sexual abuse is the only topic that I can touch on, and I've got just a handful of people who like or agree. What does that tell you? Are we all frightened? Are we scared? We don't want to offend people? Do we think people will think we're talking about them, and so let's not go there? Or have we got stuff that's hidden that we've not dealt with and we're frightened? Regardless of what it is, it's time to speak out, hey? If we don't, the culture of Aboriginal people, as we knew it, and other races too, but I'm particularly interested in our mob, you know, what we all stood for. And I've heard many of you say, you know, it's not like the old days. You know, that's when people knew respect. That's when people listened to their elders. That's when you wouldn't dare back answer. Well, you wonder why. I'll tell you why. We created this stuff because we've not given people a voice. We've not stood up for the kids, and we certainly haven't held people accountable for the trail of damage that they leave behind. And you know, another point, a person who perpetrates child sex abuse, doesn't just do one kid and then walks away and it's all over with. It's what they like. It's how they get their gratification and feel good about themselves. They take the power of the children away from them by sexually abusing, as well as satisfying their own needs, selfish needs. And so it's not one kid. It can be one kid over a period of time. Very rarely it's just one kid. There's usually a trail of disaster. And you see it within families where they haven't spoken up about someone. One person might speak out. The rest of the family come in and they just close them down. and don't give them the freedom to speak. They don't support them. Yet they've known about it. But they never support the person who speaks out. It's almost like white anting, when you've got a building and the ants are in your timber and they're eating away at your house and chewing away at all the good timber till your house collapses. This stuff is no different. We're collapsing as a race of people because we ain't dealing with the white ants. I'd really love to get some feedback from you. Don't be afraid to speak. Message me privately if you wish. But we have to start this conversation. We really need to have this conversation. We really need to start working towards a solution. You have a good night. See you.